Hey guys, Abby here. Just wanted to get another update video out on the Cliqly email marketing system. The case study is going well. I actually think, let's see, my guys, Mark will probably hit 300 this week. So he should be hitting that threshold to where then he'll be able to, give his bank info or whatever and get a payout. So we will update you guys on that. Let's see, it is May the 4th, so I guess May the 4th be with you. I've been seeing a bunch of emails today with that. Um, but I wanted to get a video update because there was a couple of changes. So with email sending for new people, so doing doing the free trial, you still can only send 75,000 emails per day. I did make a post here in the Tankly group if you want to join the group and just kind of follow some numbers. I'm pretty much all about the math and making money with the actual email system versus the affiliate program. That's just like a whole separate um, it's a whole separate method to make money or whatever, that doesn't really have anything to do with the actual email system and the numbers to try and get into profit with that. So I'm basically going to be the resource for using the email system to try and get into profit. And I'm trying to help people do that as quickly as possible, spending the least amount of money. Because you can spend a lot of money on credits in this system, and I, I don't think a lot of people want to do that. And if you're not referring people, you've got to figure out your profit margins, because the profit margins are really tiny anyway. So you have to find the best packages so that you're spending the least. You can kind of pay as you go. You don't have to put a bunch. Not if you want to invest a bunch up front. I mean, here's the thing: building Cliqly email business. Now I'm talking about the email side of it. You've got basically two options. You can either invest a ton of money up front in credits so that you can build faster, or you're going to have to go slow and steady, try and figure out the best packages for you so that you can use commission money to reinvest into your business. So those are basically the two options. Now there's that third option where you can refer people to this system and you can make affiliate commissions. I personally am not really participating in that. If people see my content and they actually want to join, through my sign up link, that's fine, but I'm not pushing Cliqly as an email system, because typically when I push things to people or like I recommend something, it's got to be something that I'm like, dude, this works. Like this will be great for you. And the way this is promoted is just not what you're going to be getting. So like I'm not going to send people that video and be like, yeah, I'm putting my stamp of approval that this is the business you're getting. It's just not. So I'm here to talk email marketing numbers from the actual email Cliqly system. So with that said, the emails have been changed to where now, so this is the old one, this little top image right here. Here, I can blow this up. So this is what we used to be able to send. Now, basically, it went from 70,000 a day. He's up this to 100. So I think free trial people still are 75,000. Once you upgrade, then you're allowed to send 100,000 emails. And then when you get to tier 2, you can now send 125. And when you're at tier 3, you can send 150. Tier 4, that's actually where I'm at. That hasn't changed. I can still only send 200,000 per day. So that's a slight change. So it may speed up the process to hit that 300. But basically the package I'm recommending, which I'm going to go over right now. So as long as sales are in place, I think for new people who are trying to spend the least but make the most, I think this is the best package. Now, granted, he's got that $97 a week plan. Like if he would make that a one-time with a 30% off coupon, that one would be the best because you'd get some extra C Pro credits with it. But the one we're doing right now is we're this list building. So when you run out of credits, so you've done the free trial, you've upgraded your 97, you've used all of those. Now you're looking at what package do I buy next? The one that I have had, my case study got marked by is we've come in here and we've gotten, let's see, I'll click on this. We've gotten this 100,000 mailing credits right here, doubled to 2. So he clicks this. It's $97. We're using the current promo code for May. We're using that promo code for 30% off. He's getting that for $67.90, I think is what it is. And then what happens is there's a deal over here. If you go through like live training and updates, there is a deal right here. This right here, this flash 1 million C Pro credits with any credit package. So basically, when you buy that 100,000 doubled to 200,000, use a promo code 30% off. You're getting that for $67.90, and because you bought that package, you're going to get 1 million C Pro. So that's what we've basically set up for him to do. Now, what that's going to do is now that you can send 100,000 per day, now that he can do that, he's going to start setting 100,000. That's only going to last him about 10 days. So what we're going to do is he list builds 100,000 a week. Sometimes he spreads it over a couple days. There may be times where he just runs 100,000 for the week. That's personally what I do. And you can come over. I have this spreadsheet. Let me blow this up. So I have this spreadsheet. I personally run 100,000 list building per week. So I'm adding about 8, anywhere from, it's usually 870 all the way up to like 940 subs a week. This number does fluctuate a little bit, but here's another thing I do want to point out. If you're pinching pennies and you're trying to do this as you go, Bobby pushes this tier jumper program, but I have a whole video on why like it's not worth it. It's way more expensive to buy the tier jumper, which here you can come over here. Tier jumpers. He's selling this tier jumper. You're gonna pay almost $1,500 for 50,000 subs, and I don't think you're allowed to use a promo code on it. But even if you are, I don't think. Like, actually, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to use a promo code on this. So you're paying 2.9 cents, but I mean, I've been tracking the cost of my subs for the last year, and I haven't paid 2.9 cents for a sub in at least probably a year. Most of the time, subs cost you between 2.1. I mean, I've had it all the way down to 1.9 cents, but anywhere from 1.9 to 2.3. That's pretty much what subs cost you if you just build it on your own. And so like this may look overwhelming and confusing, and I may do some updated videos just to point out what I'm doing. But basically I run every week, my start count, and then I run my 100,000, and then my end count after I've run 100,000. I got 898 subs this week. This is my click rate. So this is my sub rate. I basically come over here and put that in here so that I know every time I run 100,000 subs, I'm probably going to get close to 900. It cost me 2.1 cents to do that. So to buy Cheer Jumper, I'm not going to spend, you can go buy 4 million credits. And so this is kind of how this calculates. I can put 4 million into this bubble right here, and by the time I run through, I have paid $767 for these credits. I'll gain 35,000. But the other thing you miss out when you do the tier jumper is the clickers from that list build. So right now I'm averaging 460 per 100,000 list building. So if I ran 4 million credits, I make $184 off of that. So yes, it cost me $767, but you can deduct the earnings. So technically it only cost me, less than $600 to build 35,000. You can come back up here and buy more credits and run this again. You're going to pay less than the $14.77 he charges for tier jumper. Here's the other thing, like it would save you time because you'd have those in your account within a couple days, but you're not saving much time. If you're building these 4 million credits, you can build it 500,000 a day. So every day you build it 500,000, you're adding almost 4,500 subs to your account. It would only take you 12 days to 11 or 12 days to hit 50,000. So technically you're only saving yourself about a week's worth of time, but you're missing all of the revenue that you would have been getting back from the build. So that's why, like I've always said, like tier jumper just, it doesn't make sense. And I keep, I emailed Bobby these numbers and I told him, like, because he keeps saying it costs us 8 or 9 cents to get subs. And like, I haven't paid 8 or 9 cents in like a year. And even on my case study guy, like, here was his numbers when he ran it. He got a little bit better sub rate than I did. So he was even paying less. So this is why you need to know your numbers. And if you need help figuring this out, then let me know. But it's very, like, it's just, to me, it's not even worth buying a tier jumper to get there fast. And it doesn't really make sense because it doesn't increase your income by a whole lot of money because you're just able to spend or send a little bit more each day. So, you got to look at like cost and return with this business. This is where my business is right now. I'm at about $2,600 profit right now. I did deduct this because it wasn't earned with the Cliqly system. And then, of course, I paid for my guy to do this case study. So we're getting these numbers, and I paid that 97, so obviously that's not profit. And so I've deducted that as well. But this is my business. It's very straightforward. It looks confusing, but literally the only places I change data, like this is done, is like if I buy something, I add it right here. When I get my payout, it's added right here. And then it changes these numbers for me. The only other thing I'm changing is when I go check my week's earnings, I just change this number. If I were to build more this week, I would change this number to whatever I build. I just do 100,000 building every Monday. That's pretty much been my schedule. If I do 200,000, then I would put 200,000 right there, and it would change all these numbers down here for me automatically. So there's not much I have to do or change to track what I'm doing. So let's see, we went over what package to buy. That would definitely be the cheapest. So I'll probably do like a full case study review once he hits 300, just so people can see. But like, so week 1, you might make about $70 in your free trial. You upgrade for 97, you'll make another $70. You're going to be close to halfway to 300. You'll have to buy the $67 package I talked about in the video. And you can now, in 10 days, it's going to up your money a little bit, but you're still going to probably fall a little bit short of 300. You're going to have to buy that $67 package again, most likely. So you are looking at like 20, like just over a month. I'm thinking maybe profit, or a payout within about 5 weeks. I'll actually lay it out with like dates and times of what I think, but I actually think, so if you make, let's just say your first check is, $320, it might cost you $230. So you might make close to $100 by the time you get your first payout. It's a slow and steady process. If you're referring people, then, you can disregard this. Like I said, I am focused on numbers because a lot of people come into this thinking, oh, wow, it's not going to cost me anything. And then when they realize it's a credit system and it does cost you something, now they're like, well, how do I spend the least and make the most? And I'm trying to help people with figuring that out for them. Some people are simply just making money referring other people, which, that's fine if they want to do that. I'm just not going to do that because I want the system to actually work like it's promoted. The promotion of this does not talk anything about you have to refer people to make money. Like, it talks simply about the email marketing system working for, in and of itself. And so I'm just trying to be, someone who can explain like, okay, this is how you're going to get your numbers. And then like I can actually even project. So if you go slow and steady and only spend as you go, I can pretty much tell you like how long it will take you to build to each of these tiers, depending on how fast or slow you're going to go. So, we'll be able to figure out like, hey, 6 months from now, you could be making $200 a month, when I say that, I say that means profit. That doesn't mean revenue, because this business, you're always going to have, obviously costs to run your business. The goal is to obviously keep your costs at the lowest and your profits at the highest. And with margins already thin, that's why it's important to know your numbers. The thing you need to definitely know is at least what you're buying, this column right here, and then what you're making back. And if you can figure out kind of right here is where I figure out what I average per week. Now, last week there was a reporting issue. So this week is looking, they added some missing revenue from last week to this week. So this week will be a little bit higher. But my assumption is when, the week finishes out, we'll be back to about $1.52, which has been my average, basically. Every week I'm averaging about $1.52 per 10,000 cents. And that's how I get these numbers over here. I've been averaging $1.52. I'm at tier 4. I pretty much make 31 bucks a day. So that's, right where I'm at. I do about $600 in profit a month. But that does not count anything I do for building. So anything you do in building would have to be deducted from this profit as well. And you can build as fast or as slow as you want. I've just kind of, I've gotten to the point where I don't really, ROI does not go up because you have more subs. The more subs that you have just allows you to send more email. So if you can send more email, you're going to make more money. But kind of you're pretty much tapped out at whatever your ROI is per 10,000 cents. So just because I'm at tier 10, I'm not going to make any more for the emails I'm sending out. I'm just going to make more because I'm sending out more emails. And I hope that doesn't confuse people. But it is kind of a myth. Keep adding subs because it increases your money. Well, no, it doesn't. As long as you're stuck at the same tier, you're going to make the same amount of money no matter how many subs you're adding until you hit the next tier. And then you can send more emails. And because you're sending more emails, you're making more money. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, you can leave me questions in the comments below. You can leave in the Facebook group over here. You can leave comments or ask questions, or I'm going to stick to talking to all numbers. I just want to help people who are coming into this, and maybe they ran out of people to refer. Maybe they don't want to refer, and that's okay, because what you were promoted to is an email marketing system that should work independent of an affiliate program. And so I'm here to show you numbers to try and help you make this work as best as you can. And your options are going to be invest a bunch of money up front in credits to try and build this to a bigger tier, or it's going to be go slow and steady, use the commissions you're getting paid to reinvest and build slow. So with that, that's it for today. Subscribe, comment, ask questions, join the Facebook group, and we will talk with you guys on the next video.